Attention. We now have control of your streaming device.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land?
What up, Cap? G3.
How
Hello,
are
my
you
darlings.
guys? Long
What's
time
good?
no smell. What's good?
Everything's good.
Chilling.
Nice. Yeah, it's, beautiful weather out today. Can't beat it. I got some fresh cannabis in my jar, which is right here, that I'm excited about. Nothing
What do you
beats some fresh pulled weed out your dry tent, right? So this is the Alebrije Freehe.
Ooh.
Alebrije Freehe. Did I say Freehe? I meant
You did.
Freehe.
You did.
Ricky.
The Alebrije Freehe. And it is Star Crunch crossed with Dog Walker. Came with your tangy Tibu Guana pack.
Is it Dog Walker D-O-G or D-A-W-G?
D-A-W-G. Dog Walker.
Dog. So like
Dog Walker.
Where my dog's at?
It's got that dog in it.
oof.
And yeah, this one is still a little moist. I gotta say, we were talking about our preferred RH last show, and this when I have it sealed up in jars is at 65. So a little too moist for my preferences, but I shall be burping the jar, and you know what? It's still good enough to smoke. And holy meat terps. I just gotta say, this
Ooh.
is those chem. Sometimes the chem comes through as meat. I don't know
had
what
me
it
at meat.
is.
No, it's that they're all in the same family. You know what I mean? That burnt rubber, burnt wire smelling, fucking charred,
Yeah.
fucking
Like a ballpark hot dog that's been on the grill for too long. You know what I mean?
like the ones at 7-Eleven.
They're
You
just
go
a
in, the
little,
thing's just spinning and spinning. It's been there since fucking 1972.
it's
keeps
just
spinning.
but it's got some condensed flavor in the inside that log of meat,
There's a cut.
Oh my god.
That's how you get the flavor, man. You leave the ballpark dog on the grill for a little too long.
Inside that log of meat.
Anyway, yo, Monster, I think
I
you
needed that,
are.
too.
I think you are frozen video wise, but
Doesn't look frozen on my end. That's fucking
I'm
great.
just gonna hope you come back to us.
I'm so glad that everything Alebrije has sent me has not had meat in it.
You didn't get
Thanks to you.
any meat, no meat, nothing. Because he does a lot of crosses with that dog walker.
He does.
You know what I mean?
I don't think so. From him, I've grown. Well, I'm definitely missing one at least. Dazed Cibrana, Tangy Tipaguana,
Am I back?
You are.
Purple Pantarania. No, nothing. I've not grown.
No?
Yep,
He's back
there it
for
is.
me.
He's back for me. Yes,
All
I was just
Good.
thinking about Alebrije meat terps. I don't think I've grown anything from him that has meat terps in it. Everything has been.
Maybe you haven't. You just don't know it. Cause
You
don't-
need to get some G3. I'm gonna give you some of this. You hook me up with some of yours.
some of that meat log.
I need some meat.
You need some of this
Problem.
meat log G3. But honestly, honestly, like I've said it before, like the chem and the meat, like it hits me in the right way. It is, it's just delicious, man. It's like mouth coating flavor. You get it on the exhale, and it's like a heavy stone. You know what I mean? You get like ripped from this type of stuff.
Oh yeah, his
It's like
stuff is always
that
fire.
pure Michigan meat. You know?
Boy doesn't miss. Yep.
No,
He has a
no.
drop coming up soon. BT Dubs.
He does.
I think it's like
Yeah?
I want to say May 17th, but I don't know if that's right or not. It's
I
in a
remember
couple
seeing
of weeks.
it was in like 2
Sleepy
weeks.
Werecow. I'm
At
very
least he
excited.
didn't line it up for May 4th. Another one of those stupid fucking May the 4th be with you bullshit.
Well, today's May the 8th, so May and 8th of weed be with you.
Yes, I saw that one, and I don't mind that one. Yeah.
We'll go with that. I'm looking on his page. I don't see. I forget what it's, but yeah. Anyway, and an Alabrieje drop is coming, so yeah, mark
It's
your calendars.
Drowsy Labaca.
I'm looking for
It's
my.
what I'm growing
fucking-
right now. She's fucking huge. Huge. She's
Yeah?
taken up like almost all of, like, she's taken up a big amount of my 4x4, and she is 39 days old.
Damn.
Hasn't even really started stretching around a lot yet. She's
Yeah, so 39 and she hasn't
39
started
days.
stretching?
Well, she's started, but it like she hasn't gotten. She's still bushy, you know. She's still like round, like a bush. When she starts
feel
getting
ya.
those arms out, that's when you really feel. So she's in it now. She's just not anywhere close to done. But yeah,
Word.
she's great.
Here, real,
I like
real
her.
quick.
Big ass leaves.
Funny chat comment. After weeks of listening to the podcast at 1.5 speed to get caught up, you guys sound so drunk and stoned at regular speed.
Oh my god.
Definitely stoned.
From Frosty the Grow Man.
I am
Yes.
horrified to think of what I would sound like at 1.5 speed.
Try it.
My
Listen to
deepest
yourself.
apologies. Ugh,
You,
no, thank
you never like the sound of your own voice anyway,
No,
generally.
of course
So
not. Well, because it sounds different in your own head than it
Yeah.
does to
Truth.
people outside your head.
Truth. Well, yo, real quick, while we're on the topic of Alabrije, I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this secret, the secret pack. Do you see what that says?
2024 testers.
That's right. I'm just gonna read. Like, I don't know what these are. I don't know what these are, but
That's
we're
the
gonna
whole
read.
point.
We got tangy crossed with marathon. I'm assuming that's tangy Tibuguana crossed with marathon.
Marathon
OG
OG.
sounds fucking flame.
I mean,
Flame
anything
emoji.
that tangy Timbiguana is, it is.
And that marathon OG was that, photo to auto cross from Night Owl.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I grew one of those. It was like pink and golf ball nugs.
Ooh.
Very funky.
Oh man,
Very
pink with the
funky.
colors of tangy. That's gonna be pretty.
This one is called Blue Zormiga. Blue Zormiga.
So it's Blue Zoroso crossed with what? Miga.
Miga. All right.
Miga. Yeah, I don't
What's
know.
Miga?
I don't know. I don't
Like
know.
amiga,
I gotta brush up on my Spanish.
friend of Blue Zoroso.
That's as good a guess as any.
Is Blue Zoroso's girlfriend?
Okay, we'll go with that.
Could be boyfriend. You don't
Got
know.
Well, amiga is girl, right? Amiga
True,
is
it's-
boy.
Can't judge these
A
days.
and the O is like
They have gendered.
the language itself is gender, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean. So this one says Chem Labrata.
You
Labrata.
had me at camp.
Yeah, right. I know you know I'll be popping that one pretty quickly, and then, as if those three weren't cool enough, he sends me this one, which is just called Captain.
That's. I don't know if that's
I
ominous or what.
I assume it's something that needs to be popped. So yeah, we shall
Immediately.
see. We shall see. Yeah, exactly. Once I have a little bit of room.
Oh, and you were all like all about the photos too.
Well, I'll pop my love affair with photos and autos, it wanes and it ebbs and it flows with, I don't know.
Yes, waxes and wanes.
Yeah, it's just it. They're both awesome. They're both like they both fit my lifestyle in a lot of ways. Like so
They
you
have
just have
different purposes.
truth, and you know when you get a plant like this one, and I'm sure that my Salmoso OG is going to be just as good and delicious and flavorful and all that stuff. Like when you get two of them in a row like that from same breeder, you're just like you're pretty stoked on it. So it's stick with what you're getting good results with. Is also a core principle, right?
Yep.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I fuck up my photo grows. I'm still not like the most seasoned photo grower. I'm working on it.
You're a grower. You're gonna fuck up
Yeah.
grows. Period. That's part of being a grower.
Right. It's truth. No, G3. I am a master grower and I know everything.
Oh yes. That means you're not learning anything new.
I don't, how could anyone call themselves such a thing? Truly.
Such a stupid term.
Yeah, that's when hubris comes knocking on the door.
Well, it's truly, it's like the level of arrogance needed to say such a thing. Now, what you got there, monster? What you smoking on tonight?
Some anaphylaxis, Mass Medical strain. That is peanut butter breath crossed with deadly sativa.
Always sounds so good. I was reading
It's good.
I was reading a post that he put up about his prayer glue, which is another one of your favorite smokes you're always talking about. And like, yeah, that made me really, really want that damn thing.
He's a unique dude. I have a love-hate relationship with Mass, and I tell him that all the time. It's like he like really, really hates cookies, and I get it, right? But like to say that like all cookie strains are terrible and they have no benefit to you at all, it's just such a broad statement that I just find quite frankly ridiculous. Um,
That's so
so I don't
silly.
agree with him on that shit. And then, he's been really pushing his metal halide lights lately, which is cool. Like, look, if I've said it before on the show, if electricity was free, I'd rock metal halides. They grow great herb, but electricity is not free. You have to pay more money to run just the wattage alone, and we haven't even talked about cooling them yet because you need more cooling as well. So it's not practical for most home growers, especially since we're all growing in tents and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you really want to stick 1,000 watt metal halide in a fucking tent? I don't.
No.
No.
Look, he has these like things that he just like rides on hard and continues, down the path. So, but the man produces fire herb.
He's got some.
I will always give him props for that. I love his gear,
Amen.
and that's all. As long as he's not kicking
Massachusetts.
puppies, we're cool.
Word. Well, yeah, check out Mass Medical. Definitely like East Coast East Coast breeder for sure.
Yeah,
Native to
you
Mass.
can get him at Mass Hydro has them, and then Well Grown Seeds carries them as well.
Yeah,
And I know he's on a bunch of other ones, but
use your
those are two
CC10
local
discount
guys.
at Mass Hydro.
Yeah.
What, G3, are you smoking Mango Smile?
No.
No. I did not expect
unfortunately. So I didn't have any time because I ran in the door from work. So when I work till close, it's very tight. So I just have this extract, this sugar sap.
that. Oh, an extract. Yeah.
Yep, that's not mine. I got it from the dispensary, and I just use it on like super late show nights. I just like that it has a lot of terpinolene in it. So, yay, she's good.
Cool.
Tastes lovely. Yep, but I do miss my mangoes. I didn't have enough time to like grind it all up and bring it all down and pack a cone. Just didn't have enough time.
Well, no worries. Now take a little
Afterwards.
bit of time. Take a puff. You know, puff puff, get high.
Mhm.
We're not
I
gonna we're not gonna
don't you
continue
worry.
the show until you consume some cannabis
I'm
immediately.
good. Don't you worry.
Okay, no.
Didn't you see me in pre-show?
I'm
Jesus,
just playing.
like a dying woman.
I'm just playing.
Hi, Johnny.
Yo, what's up, guys? Yo, and everyone else in the chat, welcome to our little show here, in our
Yes.
corner of the
Thank you so
internet.
much for joining us. We're thrilled you're here.
We
Except
are.
for Johnny.
We love you, Johnny. I hope. Yeah, we're gonna have you little, spill the beans here, but
Yeah.
Johnny will be on next week.
Only the live people get to know that shit, so.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Cool. Well,
Johnny.
so
English.
guys, have you heard of triploid cannabis or triploid anything for that matter? Do you know what a triploid is?
I know a little
Yes.
bit about it, and I've been obviously hearing a lot of mumblings lately, but I'm a little bit out of the loop on the, I guess you'd say the main drama going on right now.
So, just
It is. It's a lot of drama, but the core
start
of
with
it is important.
yeah. What's a triploid, right? Like, what are we even doing? What are we talking about? To my understanding, it is a way to breed cannabis to, like, my words are going to fail me here. Let me just look
I
up a
thought triploid
fucking
cannabis
definition
was
for
just
it.
like the trichomes are wacky. So, like they grow with 3 leaves instead of 2, and generally, from what I had heard, great growers and showers. You know what I mean? They just kind of didn't thrive and weren't super stable. Which that was my knowledge of. Oh wow, this is cool when it shows up. It's kind of this genetic abnormality, but then you don't really expect a lot from them after that. So that's where my like coming into this was from.
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely against anything that's going to be sterile. Sterile genetics to me, just like that's a
So
that's a step backwards.
correct. That is one of the reasons why they are breeding these triploids, is because they are sterile. Examples of other triploids you've encountered in your day-to-day life are like the bananas and the strawberries and the grapes and all the other tasteless garbage fruit that they sell you at the grocery store. Like, hooray for triploids. They're wonderful, aren't they? They love them as commercial agriculture growers because they don't have to worry about seeding and, like, not, having quality fruit to eat at the
Yeah,
end, or
you have
flour
to
to
buy all your
smoke.
cultivars from fucking Monsanto.
Correct. And they, like we talked about last show, it also opens up the door for patenting such genetics and having to sell the farmer more seed at the beginning of every season. So, like, to my, I don't really see why, as a home grower, you'd want to seek out a triploid.
Well,
You
it's
know,
all they've been marketed as a better cannabis.
there
Like,
there is also, okay, like, so I'm sorry to cut you off, but, like,
no,
there is also there are some benefits to the triploid too. And, like, to my understanding also, Mac 1 is a naturally occurring triploid. One of, I think we could all say, like, one of the powerhouse strains of, like, the last 10 years.
well,
Easily.
people have bred with it though,
But it's
haven't they?
notoriously difficult, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't that the
yeah,
case?
100%. Yeah, it
Like,
definitely is.
it can be done, but, like, it is also, like, yeah, really, really tough. So, like, it's a naturally occurring triploid, which is different than the type of triploid that, like, a big seed company would be trying to produce, in a sense. So, I mean, again, I am not a scientist, so, like, maybe you want to just research what the triploids are to begin with. But that's what I can give you, background info. Okay?
It's genetically funky cannabis.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's got 3 sets of chromosomes or instead of 2, or 3 sets of parental lineage instead of 2. So it's like, it's, what is it, Down syndrome cannabis? It's got
No,
an
I
extra
think that's
chromosome?
closer to like fasciation, I think is closer to that. That's like a
Pre-tod cannabis.
specific that's a specific um specific chromosome that it has 3 of.
Okay. Okay. So it's a little different.
So
Understood.
yeah, so there's some wonky DNA-ness going on for whatever
Correct.
reason.
Correct. Yeah. Some
I'm not
very
sure.
wonky.
So
Very
like there
wonky.
was an idea, I guess, to take this relatively unstable but somewhat commonplace genetic abnormality and run with it, kind of like what they've done with variegation. I mean, even like purples in some cases started with some weird genetic showing and they ran with it. So they decided to run down this genetic vein with these triploids.
It's a strange thing. So the benefit being like at scale in an outdoor field, you could grow at the same scale as like wheat in a huge field because you wouldn't have to worry about cross pollination or any seeding of your crop because it's all sterile. Like you don't have to separate males, I assume, because the males aren't going to pollinate the females. Like you just let them all grow and you have a bunch of fucking top shelf weed at the end of it if done correctly, right? Like so that's the appeal for like commercial ag. Again, I don't really know why as a home grower I want that.
I see it as a major, major step backwards for cannabis. Like, I think this is alarming to me
Yeah,
that you're starting to see this trend, right? Like, it fucking makes me sick, really, quite frankly. Like, because like people are gonna want to do the same thing, right? Create these unstable fucking sterile genetics, touting them as superior genetics when like what if everybody, not saying that's going to happen, but what if every breeder did this? It's
well,
fucked.
then you'd have like the type of situation I talked about with like the fruit in the grocery store. You know what I mean? Because like it's all triploids. It's all like they say it's a step forward, but like your taste buds will tell you it's a step backwards. You know, like the seedless watermelons of today taste nothing like a watermelon. Okay, like the
So
bananas we
you're going to,
have, we've
yeah,
talked
it's
about
in the
bananas.
cavity
You
I'm
know,
not
like
gonna
or
lie.
whatever.
Like this came to mind as well, and I've been known to be a conspiracy theorist every now and then, but it is funny timing with
absolutely
rescheduling.
agreed,
Um,
Charles.
it because if the government had it that their way, everybody would be growing fucking sterile
Monsanto,
autoflowers.
Hmm.
Monsanto autos. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
so
just going to
like
be super high THC percentages with 0 terps.
I don't know.
Same vein.
Probably,
Tasteless.
yeah, probably.
At the end of the day,
Probably.
the home grower really shouldn't be too affected by it. But like this, and I don't want to go back on it, but like the rescheduling of cannabis and everything, like none of that makes me warm and fuzzy inside at all.
No.
Um,
How
at
robust
all.
is your post apocalyptic seed collection?
I got a
Well,
motherfucking vault.
it's like I said, it is the best time ever to start your seed collection or to add to it.
And look, everybody out there should at least chuck pollen at least once just to do it
Mhm.
and make your own seeds. It's a pretty
And
rewarding
trade.
experience. So I think that he, if more people bred their own shit and learned how to do that, it's only going to benefit you in the long run. Because I don't think maybe in our lifetime, but maybe in our children's lifetime, I think it's going to be harder and harder to find regular cannabis seeds, and because people are also pushing towards fems as well,
Yeah.
and I don't know, if all you can get is feminized seeds, and then you're left with just being able to S1 shit, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
not even that because they'll be sterile. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, man, the regs are going to be harder and harder to come by. You are right. You are right. But I'll tell you what, that's by and large, if I grow photos, that's what I want is regs.
Yeah, I mean, the people shouldn't fear regular seeds. We have an
No,
episode, don't fear the
don't
regular seed.
don't fear the reg seed,
A
my
lot of people
friends.
do, though, man. A lot of people do. Now, I've said it
Far more
before.
stable. Far
I
more
don't
stable.
really like regular autos. I probably won't ever pop too many regular autos.
You know
I
what I
don't
like
have.
about regular seeds is that the boys are the boys and the girls are the girls. They're not confused like these newfangled seeds. This new generation.
God.
But that's the truth, man. Like I do find a lot more stability in regular seeds. That's just truth, you know.
I saw something the other day, and I wish I saved it. It was some, I don't know, study. I don't know how credible it was, but basically, like X amount of regular seeds, X amount of feminized seeds, then they found higher intersex traits with the feminine seeds. So people always say that, like, feminines, F1s or whatever, S1s shouldn't be more likely to herm, but I think that that's becoming more apparently false. You probably are more likely to get herms with
Oh,
with
it has
feminized
to be,
seeds.
dude. It has to be.
Yeah, I'm not saying that like everybody's feminized seeds are like that, but like if there was a chance to have that happen, I think it's far more likely with feminized seed.
Well, you are introducing like the hermaphroditic trait into one of your seed parents and like one of your seed's immediate parent and you know what I mean, like its immediate ancestor. It's right there in the genetic lineage, you know. You forced its parent to become a herm. So it's the trait's there.
Yep.
It just is. So anyway, backing it on up, backing on up to the great triploid train wreck of 2024. There, these seeds, okay, these monster seeds, these Franken beans, whatever you want to call them, were there was a grow along, a grow off, a hunt on another YouTube channel. Like, a bunch of influencers got together. They hyped these seeds up big time. Dressed up as hunters. And they got to join the hunt. They charged $30 per seed
That's
for
just
these triploid seeds because they are new, they're cutting edge, right?
So fuck yourself.
They're hype.
$30 a seed.
$30 a bean. Yep.
Dude,
For
there are people
sterile
that charge.
seeds.
I know people I can get a pack of beans for fucking $30. Come on now.
Yeah, right. I could show you people selling a six pack for $30. Like that's like outrageous. Especially since the results coming in have not been good, to say the
For
least.
$30 a seed,
They
that
have.
stuff better be guaranteed.
We are talking about unstable to the max, like almost like a very high percentage of herms. Like it's almost everyone growing them that has a YouTube channel had some issues. Not good. Like so one of the big issues too, and I'm not gonna beat around the bush. It was Humboldt Seed Company who was pushing these. Humboldt Seed Co. Who I've always heard good things about.
Name.
Yeah,
like
they have
blueberry
that's
whatever's
the one.
are supposed
Blueberry
to be
muffin.
like
Yeah,
the
look,
top
I've never heard a
blueberries
bad
of
word about him
blueberry.
until this. Never heard a bad word about him until this.
Always supposed to have been a reputable brand. They've been around for like 10 plus years. Another one I know of theirs off the top of my head, Magic Melon.
Is Hella Jelly there?
Yeah, Hella
Yep.
Jelly. Yep. So, good rep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
as we know,
absolutely.
it takes years to build a reputation, but only seconds to destroy it. Because one of the issues that cropped up here in this the great triploid train wreck of 2024 was that after growers started to experience issues and they're posting their findings in their Discord and all the pictures are coming in and YouTube videos start popping up, their website changes and the description of the seeds no longer recommends them for indoor cultivation. And the price has also dropped in half, by the way. So like people who paid $30 a bean, like fuck you, they're now 15 a bean, and like you're only supposed to grow them outdoors.
Huh?
Yeah, man. That it was like people were like, "Whoa, what the fuck's going on?" Because we signed up for this indoor grow along, right? This hunt everyone knows is going to be a bunch of indoor gardeners.
What's the logic behind not growing it indoors?
Because I guess all the herms were coming from the indoor gardeners. To my knowledge, like they grow all their testing plants, they grow a bunch of them, and they're all done outdoors in the fields of Humboldt, under the California sun. So
So what
like,
are
yeah,
guys like me supposed to do out here in the Northeast where it's kind of tough to grow outdoors?
Shut up and take your
well,
herms.
yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't make them for you,
Really?
but like we also like got you in this grow along and charge you all this money for the seeds and hyped them up. Like it's bad. It's a bad look all around for everybody. It's I don't know what else really to say. It's just my advice is to not jump on hype trains, especially not like the first edition hype train of anything. There's bound to be bugs, right?
Yeah.
As with anything in this community, it's buyer beware. Do your due diligence on literally everything you buy. Everything. Because if it doesn't work, then you're just wasting your time and money.
The results are all that matters. You know what I mean? Like you had a bunch of like working class people who spent their hard-earned money, a bunch of like blue collar growers, tent pirates like us who spent $30 a bean and dedicated like a couple months of their tent time to growing these freak genetics, and then like the old bait and switch happened and they changed the description, and then
Is
like
that
dude,
so they don't
it was
have
a
to do
train wreck, man.
refunds? Is that so they don't have to make people
So
whole?
there there is a YouTube video. They came on. They went on a stream and they talked to the community about all of this, okay? And I'm getting bad feedback. Are you hearing that, G3?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's you, Monster.
Oh fuck.
I'm getting a little bit of
I'm
like
having the
Turn your
worst.
gain.
mic
Fuck.
Just
noise or
turn your
something.
gain down.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's
There
all
you
better
go.
now. All better now.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can't hear him though. He probably muted himself.
Yeah, I muted myself while I try to fix the shit.
I know how his mind works. But where was I anyway? Like I'm not involved with it directly, guys. Like I'm just trying to give you guys a heads up. You know, beware the slick, well edited YouTube videos pleading for you to join in on like being a tester for something that's brand new, basically. I feel for all the people out there who had problems and now have to either cut their plants or start from scratch, or like and the thing is, G3, like you asked about the refunds in the live stream, they basically like they did not answer that question one bit. Like they said everything except yes, we are giving growers who had issues refunds, which tells me that there's no fucking refunds. Like you spent your money and now it's, oh well.
I don't know. I
It
mean, it would be
sucks.
good for them to come out and say, yes, we will offer refunds. But even the act of doing that, they'll get way more people like jumping on that than if they only deal with those that call in and bitch about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So if you call and complain about it, maybe they'll do something for you, but they're not just going to say to everybody who was in the grow along, sure, we'll give you your money back.
Well,
that's bad business
That
practice.
was also part of the issue. G3
They should
was
at
that
least offer them a free pack of beans.
they
That I
didn't respond to
definitely agree
anyone's messages. They didn't there was no email sent out to everyone who had purchased the seeds. There was no like direct communication coming from their own Instagram or website or anything. They just in the dead of night switched the strain description and lowered the prices, and yeah,
They
just
have gotta
very
be
very
freaking
weird
out
stuff,
over
man.
there.
Very weird stuff. So like, you know, just beware, guys. Beware. That's all we tell you. We tell you that all the time. But like, hype trains are dangerous, man. They can crash.
I don't know, unless somebody can tell
Herm.
me unless somebody can tell me otherwise. Like I said, I've never heard a bad word about them until this, so that really sucks.
So, what I have heard about, Humboldt, despite a couple of their seed offerings being like pretty well known, like the blueberry muffin, is that they did a couple other weird practices. Like they offered a train wreck strain or headband, I think it was one of the two, like a known clone only strain, okay, that they tried to reproduce in seed form, and then they call it train wreck.
Interesting.
It's like,
So
but it's not
like-
train wreck. Like you as a breeder should know that it's not like the clone only train wreck. It is just like call it something else that like maybe references train wreck, but it's just not good practices to do that. It's deceptive at the very least. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like you could at
Catfishing.
least call it like Humboldt's train wreck.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they basically tried to do the same thing Joint did with blueberry. He recreated his own blueberry and he called it
Joint's Blue.
Joint's blueberry.
Correct. So it's like, yeah, you're at least like, yeah, not trying to claim that it's something that it's not. So, that is what I have heard. Again, just I don't deal with these people. I don't know anything about it. Just don't get involved in drama out there, and don't jump on any moving hype trains.
What a shame.
It is. It is. But moving forward, pressing forward now. What you guys got going on in the gardens?
I've been getting ready, focusing a lot right now on the outdoor, trying to get
Yeah?
that up and running. Yeah, so
Giving it
I'm
another
gonna,
whirl.
I am, but I'm gonna do it outside this year at my house, and I'm gonna do the XXLs, water only grow. I have a 200-gallon flexi tank,
Whoa.
and
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big
100. That's a swimming pool.
yeah,
200 gallons.
Yeah, is that as big as a kiddie pool? It's gotta be.
it's
Yeah.
pretty damn big. Yeah, it's pretty damn big, but it should be interesting to see some soil grown outdoor. I'm gonna see how
I
it
really
goes.
want to see what a 200-gallon flexi tank looks like.
Yeah, man.
You'll
Post some pics.
I'll be doing
You'll
an
have to put up
IG
some
live
pictures. Good, because I want to see. Because I can't.
with
I really
with
need to know
Autopot.
how that's like
I
rigid
think it's on the
side.
16th. I want to say I'm scheduled to do a live with Autopot. Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit about. It's funny. There's a big misconception that you can't use Autopots outside. I hear it a lot.
Yeah, why would people think that?
I don't know. That's why I sound so confused. To me, they go hand in hand. I mean, I don't know.
They make that spider, right? That's specifically for outside.
like,
So
raised
you'd
beds
imagine
and
if
stuff?
that's for outside, then everything can be for outside.
But I mean, any type of Autopot setup, even a fucking tray. I mean, probably not the best ideal setup, but yeah,
Little
Autopots
mosquitoes.
work.
Don't do that.
work-
Don't do Trader
work-
Grows
work-
outside.
They work great outside.
Yeah, as mosquito nurseries. Don't do that.
No, I'm saying just Autopots in general. You
Yes.
couple of tips. You want to try to keep your reservoir out of the sun, right? You don't want that shit
Mm.
getting beat up. Also, I like to dig like a just like a 1 foot trench for the tubing from the reservoir to go to where the plants are, just so it's not baking in the sun. Because that shit it'll heat up. Like if you don't, I promise you, the water going to your plants will be like 100 degrees.
Oh
You know,
gosh, and your plants will not like that.
nah, they didn't seem to mind it too much, but they'll adapt. But it's just not ideal. You're asking for issues, so don't do that. And also, Active Aqua makes white flexible tubing that that is amazing. It's like a double walled line tubing. It's that regular just shit that you get, with the autopots. That stuff works fine.
Mm-hmm.
But for the outdoor, I like the white Active Aqua flexible tubing. You can't kink it either. It's like kink proof. And that white lining really does help make a difference. Keep those
Keeps it
water
cool.
lines a little cooler. Yep.
I bet. I bet. It's like wearing a black shirt out in the sun, man. On a hot day.
Yeah.
It's not a good
Yeah.
idea.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm excited to see that, man. I mean, are you? What strain are you growing?
To be determined.
All right,
I haven't quite decided yet.
it's a tough
Leaning
choice.
towards I'm leaning towards the sauce because
Nice.
it's a pretty quick finisher.
That BGG,
Um,
yeah, yeah. That's what I was gonna
yeah,
say. Find
I
yourself a quick one.
I also have thought about doing autos. However, I don't know, quite frankly, if it would be a waste to do autos in 13-gallon XXL fucking auto pots. Like I don't know if they would even get to their potential. Especially early on in the season, we're not getting the most sun. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I've been weighing a lot of my options, and there's just so many decisions, man. I mean, I got a few different things that I've been gnawing over, but we'll see. I'll be decided by next week because I kind of have to shit I get off the pot. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It is time to make a decision. But Johnny says, where did he go? Where did he go? Holy shit. He says, if you stunt them, it would be a waste. He's referring
Yeah.
to the autos in
Yeah,
13 gallons.
my first attempt at growing autos organically were stunted bad. So, yeah,
Gotcha. So he's just making a personal dig at you.
that's fine.
That's Johnny.
Hey, like I said, I'm a salt guy, and I've grown plenty of autos and salts, and I had great luck. First time I tried organics, I ended up with like a 4 gram Odin Sons. Came out fire though. I'm not gonna lie, it
Yeah?
was really good. Yeah, but it was like 4 grams.
Yeah, yeah. You know what, man? Like I was saying, it's like you are more comfortable in the photo lane.
Mm-hmm.
So like, fucking drive in that lane. You know what I mean? Just do your thing. Find a quick finishing photo, and like try to harvest her. Like when did you get issues last year? It was like October, right?
Yeah, I got the fuck's his name? You Enjoy My Dank sent me the Chem DMT,
Oh, nice.
and he's really trying to push me hard to run that one. So we'll
Chem's
see.
pretty long. The flowers, though.
That's what I was saying, but he was saying no. He's like, you can get it to finish, blah 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 blah. So I don't know. We'll see. The other
would
the other
know.
option you have too is if you really want to do it, you can do you can tarp, do some depths. But I don't know. I don't really have the time for that.
Yeah, right. It takes a lot of work.
It sure does.
So that involves what? Basically, like making a tent outside.
A tent for
So
your tent.
so you can like
Yeah,
make a
you would-
dark period when it's sunny.
Yeah. So you try to initiate the dark period sooner, so that way you can get. Because what happens is you're waiting for the hours of the day to go below like 15, 14 for it to start flowering. And
Gotcha. So you can initiate flowering in like early August, maybe.
yeah, and then you only have to do it for a little while, and then you just let Mother Nature take over. Um, but like I said, man, that's a fucking lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It takes some dedication. You got to be right on game. I've seen people do it with like electric motors and shit like that, but like I don't have the time to engineer something like that right now. I just don't.
Well, just do exactly what you did last year. Fucking pray for better weather at the end of the season,
Yeah.
and like,
I,
you
I'm
know,
gonna keep it a lot simpler this year. I'm actually gonna be doing it in my own backyard, so I'm not gonna have a greenhouse. I do plan on building some sort of shelter, just to keep them a little bit out of the rain. But I'm not fucking with the greenhouse anymore. Um, it's where that greenhouse is located at my buddy's house. It's too risky. He's way too close to the ocean, and it's just like we already have enough going against us. You know, when I could fucking spit and hit the ocean,
a lot of
I don't think
humidity.
it's just not a good recipe for success in my opinion.
Oh, man, yeah, Strong Island. I see him, man. He had issues last year too. Remember,
So
he was growing those huge neurotoxins from joint. You remember that?
yeah,
Oh, y'all got bud rot
La-
and stuff,
last
dude.
year sucked for me. The year
Heartbreaking.
before was awesome. We crushed it. It was amazing. No problems. The year before that, terrible. So I'm not doing this ever. Like if you go by the pattern, I'm due for a good year. But I just, dude. Plus the cost of electricity to run two 8-inch exhaust fans, fucking oscillating fans. That shit adds up. It almost takes the point away of the outdoor. It's trying to like minimalist shit, like Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Like, uh, yeah, no, I'm
It's
not
like
doing it this year.
it's like your weed going glamping.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
just fucking put up a tent, sleep in a sleeping bag under the stars.
yeah. It's too much. And then the other thing too, people need to consider: if you put your photos out too early, they start to flower, and then they re-veg, like because they're not the lights, all fucked up. The sun starts changing and shit. And don't put if you're in the Northeast, don't put photo periods outside right now. They will start to flower and then they'll re-veg and then they'll be all fucked up for 2 weeks, and you're not gonna get a good crop that way.
Well, my fingers are crossed for you this outdoor season, my friend.
Thank
Keep
you.
us
I'm
keep
looking
us
more
up
forward to
informed.
the veggies and shit. I'm gonna grow some bomb ass tomatoes, some lettuce,
Yeah, me
some
too.
green
It's-
beans. That's what I'm looking forward
Love
to
that
more than the
stuff.
herb. Not gonna lie. I
Peppers,
know this is a
man.
cannabis podcast, but I love like fresh vegetables from the garden. Like you said in the beginning of the show, dude, all that tasteless shit you buy at the fucking grocery store.
Yeah, buy some non-triploid vegetable seeds and just marvel at them.
Fucking Rev, an Italian guy growing tomatoes. No fucking way.
Yeah. I do zucchinis,
Oh, yeah.
beans, the pole beans, row beans, a lot of different peppers. I like the spicy ones, but not. Listen, I can't like. I tried to grow last year. I had the scorpion peppers and Carolina Reaper peppers.
I like our reapers.
Dude, they are too hot.
They are, but they're beautiful.
They are
That's
beautiful.
why I grow them.
Yeah,
I
but
make
like
an entire
beautiful.
pot of chili and I put one
Yeah.
reaper in there.
Yep, exactly. It's like
I
it's
only
like
go as
too
hot
much.
as ghost peppers as hot as I'll go because there's still some flavor there. Like when you have all that heat with no flavor, that's what I feel reapers are. They're just brutal fucking heat with minimal flavor, in my
Yeah.
opinion. They are a gorgeous looking pepper though. You can't deny that shit. You look at one of those growing on the plant, and you're like, huh,
Yeah,
Mother
right.
Nature's wild, man. I remember you grew the first time I saw it was those chocolate peppers.
Yeah, the big purple ones. Big purple
Yeah.
peppers.
Yeah, those are fucking. And then I grew some purple green beans. I remember I gave you some. First time I seen
Yeah,
those, my,
those were
my buddy gave me
banging
some
too.
beans. Yeah, you don't see that shit in the grocery store.
No, man, there's like listen, it's like the world of fruits and vegetables that are available for human consumption is vast. Like the ones that won't kill you, also vast. Or I'm sorry, the ones that will kill you, also vast. Be careful. But like we can eat a lot of different fruits and vegetables. It's amazing. And like they only sell literally like one specific strain of each fruit and vegetable at the store. It drives me insane. You can't find the proper peppers for certain recipes. You can't find like truly like all the strawberries just taste like potatoes. It's fucking bullshit.
Farmers markets. That's your
Yes.
answer.
Or just
Or
grow
grow
your
them
own.
yourself.
Yeah, grow your own or
Or
support
grow
local
something
farmers.
yourself and then go to a farmer's market and barter with the people who are there for other things that you didn't grow.
Oh man, like you ever get that farmers market corn? Like
Oh
middle
yeah.
of August, end of August, it's just like bite into it, it's like oh, so sweet, delicious. It's like again, you can't find that stuff in those triploid seeds at the grocery store. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, very scary that we're seeing this stuff cropping up in cannabis, like Monster
Yeah,
said.
man, I don't like it at all. Like I said, it doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Really doesn't. And I don't want to be like Debbie Downer, but when you start seeing that shit along with all the other bullshit going on in the world in regards to cannabis, it's almost like in some ways where, you might be taking a couple of steps forward, but then you take 5 steps back. And that's just kind of how I feel the state of cannabis is right now.
Well, it's
I just
all
don't like
about
it.
struggling for control. Who
Yeah.
has the power? Who can make the rules? And how do they make money based off of those rules?
And who's making the money?
And we just want to grow a plant, man. Jesus.
I know. It's sad, but reality is tent pirates are going to do what tent pirates do.
Yeah, man. Grow your own.
It's going to be that way. So, one day, just wait until like it's illegal to grow your own vegetables. That's coming. One day. It'll be like a Soylent Green. You ever see that movie with Charlton Heston?
Nope.
It's from
Was
like
that
late 70s. It's called Soylent Green.
Snowpiercer had things like that too.
What did you say?
Snowpiercer? Have you seen that movie?
No.
Soylent Green is like it was people. This was bugs.
Oh, fuck. It was bugs. I don't know what... Well, it's like... What would surprise you more? I don't know. They already want you to eat the bugs.
This joint's fucking
They
me
already
up.
want you to eat the bugs. Yeah, listen, go watch that old movie, Soylent Green. Great movie. And it's amazing to me that they actually went and called a consumable product Soylent. Like, it was people. It doesn't make me want to drink that.
No.
Not at all. But, yeah, G3.
Yes.
Garden-wise, what's
I
going
have
on?
one plant and one plant only, and that is the sleepy werecow, the drowsy lobaka from Alabrije. That is dropping in a couple weeks.
That's boring as fuck. Why are you
I know it's boring. I know.
Why are you coming at us with one
It's
plant?
terrible because I just took down 4.
All right.
And I haven't planted anymore. And I
All right.
honestly don't know what I'm running next.
I need you to pop some beans. Okay.
I know I need me to pop some beans too. I just don't know what I'm going to pop.
It's
I
always
have a
tough
giant
choice.
seed collection and I don't want to grow like more than 50% of it right now. So I don't know.
All right. Hit
I might
G3
do a
up
photo.
with seed popping suggestions. A photo,
Yeah.
eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. A lot of the seeds that I have that are food are seeds that I really want to grow or seeds that I want to mother. And I do not have the time or commitment level or wherewithal to be in that type of relationship right now. So,
You know what, though? It's like, we always say it, like, mother plants don't need the same type of love and affection. Sometimes you can
all
leave
of
those
my
mama
plants get love and
plants out in the
affection.
wilderness. You know what I mean? You can just, like,
No,
give them a little CFL light. They don't need
not in
much.
G3's house. No, no, no. I take care of my babies.
I know. You're like that. I'm like that too. It's against my nature to, like, purposefully neglect a plant, but
Right. I couldn't, like,
I don't know. Regardless,
I'll find something.
I need
I'm
you
gonna
to.
go through.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go through my
you're
collection tonight, and I'm
you're
gonna find
depressing
something.
me with your one plant in a tent. Like, it's just not acceptable.
At least it's not zero.
I know. I'm playing. I'm playing.
It's one. It's one really, really, really good one. So that makes up for it.
All right. All right. All right. So myself, I have a fun thing I guess I could talk about. Like, I went and splurged on some 420 sales at our friends at Build a Soil. Got some, cool new products I've always wanted to play around with. And the one thing that I'm pretty pumped on is this cover crop. I don't know why I never did it before. It's simple.
No, I just cover.
It's a cover crop. Yeah. You ever do that? It's like
I mean, yeah,
companion
but I've never been that
plants and
excited
like
over
other.
it.
Yo, I'm telling you, it looks awesome. It's cool. I got there's always like these little seeds popping up, and there's like life
Do
everywhere
you
in the
use
tent.
like nitrogen fixers and stuff?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. It's all included in the pack, and it's like you get like that's one of the coolest parts about it is that like these plants can literally take the nitrogen out of the atmosphere and then share it with your cannabis plant that's in the same pot. It's
Are any
fucking
of these
cool.
plants edible? Just
That's
curious.
my next question. Can you eat them?
Yeah, yeah. So some of them are indeed legumes, as 551 Baked says. Yeah, beans. Just not sure if like they are edible or triploids or
totally grow,
sterile
like,
or what. I've
Find
no.
some nitrogen fixing microgreens and grow them with your plants.
I'm sorry, G3. What
guys
were you
are
talking about?
terrible.
Microgreens? Microgreens?
Yeah, if you use microgreens
That'd be a cool
as a cover
idea.
crop, then you could eat them.
I just think the whole concept is cool as fuck. I don't know why I never started doing this before. It looks awesome. It's like, I don't know, it's very aesthetic, pleasing to the eye to see a bunch of other green and other life in your soil. It's just fuck, why haven't I done this before? It was like a $30 purchase, not even.
For how much?
So, will that be in
Bag
lieu
this
of
big.
mulch?
No, so like what I should have done is planted it before I had the mulch down on the soil. My bad. I had the mulch down first, so not all the seeds have sprouted. Whatever. I get what I get. Live and
But
learn.
isn't that one of the benefits of cover crop? It's in lieu of mulch in a lot of cases, or am I wrong about that?
I think if you have like a very thick layer of it, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think in most cases, your cover crop like grows up through the mulch. It's just best to plant it below the mulch.
Okay.
What do you use as your mulch now? Do you still use rice hulls?
Rice hulls are my favorite. I don't know, I get them from the brewery I work at. So again, I have a huge bag of them.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
And they're just a byproduct for them, right? Like they throw it out.
So they use them in the brewing process in like certain types of pilsner, like a cream ale that we make. It is just like it's a grain that you can incorporate into your brew.
The hull itself, interesting. I didn't know that.
It's very versatile stuff. Yeah, and I'm not the brewer again, so maybe I'm
Yeah.
incorrect. I don't know if I've heard of rice, actually rice in the beer, but it's like, why would they have this much? I don't know what else they'd be doing with it if they weren't brewing with it. It's like the bags
Well,
and bags of this shit.
I just see. I'm just so ignorant to it, the process itself. I just assumed like it was the hulls from the rice, and they were just throwing them away, like they were
No,
getting the
because
rice.
they come in like pre-packaged huge bags of just rice
Oh.
hulls. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
already just like shelled, and it's just the hull.
Interesting.
It's so condensed in this bag that I had to like drop it off my roof a couple times and like slam it against the pavement. Like I was like body slamming this bag of rice hulls to get it to break up. My neighbors thought I was insane.
Pay no attention to the man beating up the bag. This is
What the
totally
hell is that?
normal.
Oh,
This guy
never
is
mind him,
crazy.
Martha. That's just him throwing his rice hulls off the roof again. Got that damn captain's hat
That's right.
on.
That's right. I did the stone cold stunner on that fucking bag of rice hulls.
That's fucking awesome.
But yeah, no, it's for me, like, yeah, I got a lot going on. I got photos, I got autos, I have a couple autos that I'm about to turn on the auto pots and unleash the floodgates. You know, it's always an exciting time. They're in their final like dry out cycle before you just let them have it. So, and then I'm gonna chop two more. Like, I'm enjoying two that I just harvested. I'm chopping two more within the next 2 weeks. I'll be transplanting photos into the big tent. Like, yeah, it's all exciting.
Busy,
you know?
busy.
Busy shit. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Busy like a bee. Oh my God! I didn't even tell you guys. The other day, I don't know how it happened. A massive hornet appears in my grow tent. It was not quite as big as one of those big like Japanese hornets, you know.
That was like a cicada killer.
Yeah, not like one of those, but it was a very large hornet or wasp, and not quite sure how it got in my grow tent.
It flew.
Probably yeah, in from the air conditioning unit.
Good
crack.
guess, G3.
It's either
No, it
that
walked.
or
It walked.
So
It drove its car.
Yeah.
pogo stick. I don't know.
But my response was just to seal the tent and not go back in there for 3 days.
Your solution is this is a problem for future me.
I just sealed her up, and I was like, you know what? That thing ain't gonna make it in that tent. There's all sorts of hazards for a bee. I don't have to kill the thing. It'll kill itself.
So is that what happened?
Did it die?
Well, I'm assuming that's the case because I haven't
haven't seen
found the
him?
corpse, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen it flying around either. So who knows? It's just gonna dive bomb me next time I go up there. I know it now. It's gonna be terrible.
At least it's a week from starvation at this point.
Yeah, right. It's been I've laid the siege on it for a week now. It's hungry, it's thirsty, it's got nothing. It's got nothing. All right, guys. Do we got any new Patreons this week?
We do.
I know we do.
Want to give a shout out. I'm not sure if we gave him a shout out last time or not, but shout out to Opie.
What's up, Opie?
I
Thank
remember
you.
Opie's name. Thank you, Opie.
Well, regardless.
I know. I know we got
Every single
some
week.
somebody commented that they got a shout out twice. So
Sometimes we do that.
yeah. Shout out to Sajit.
Shout
wanna,
out
like-
Sajit.
Not gonna dox you. There's probably millions of Sajits in the world. Shout out to Dalton.
Thanks, Dalton. Thank you, man.
Chef Shreds. Shout out to Chef Shreds.
That's the guy I wanted to shout out too. I know he
Yeah,
we were
it's hard
talking
to
about
get Grow
growing
going.
peppers.
And last but certainly not least, shout out to Yazid.
Thank you, all of you.
Yeah,
We
guys.
appreciate it more
Awesome.
than you can know.
Thank you very much. That's actually incredible. We love you. It means the world to us.
It means a lot to us. It means that we can keep doing this.
Yeah, right.
And everybody that tunes in live, we appreciate you guys. It's a solid crew. You guys are here every week, commenting.
Yeah.
Like
A lot of
and,
familiar
listen,
faces.
if you're, no big deal if you can't. It's tough to watch live, but we appreciate everybody. And for those of you listening, or maybe watching the replay, we appreciate your support, man.
Or just listening to the podcast version while you're making money at work, while you're taking a dump on the clock, listening to our podcast, learning how to grow.
We are thankful to be there in spirit.
That's one of the best parts of clocking in. Sometimes you spend 40 minutes on the toilet.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
I forgot to chime in though. Not gonna lie, terrified of wasps. I hate those fucking things.
Ah, dude, it was.
I'd
Terrible,
rather fight
man.
a fucking bear in my grow tent than a wasp.
With some
It was
close
bad,
quarters.
dude. It was bad, but yeah, I'm gonna just I'm very I'm traumatized, so I'm very mindful every time I go up there now. But
You're gonna find how he got in.
I didn't seal up the AC. The window all the way when I put the AC unit in, so there's just
It was
a little
definitely
crack.
that. Yeah.
Had to have been. But yeah, thank you guys. You too, Monster G3. I don't say it enough, but I love you guys too.
Oh, we love,
Love
you
you
too,
too, Cap. You know that.
Love you.
Thanks.
G3.
It's all grower love.
I love you too, Monza. This is like the highlight of my week.
Grower love.
It is.
Well, and yeah, again, guys, we want to warn you against, hype trains and all sorts of.
And sudden crashes.
Listen, I think it's just the world of the influencer and social media and all of this stuff, man. It's just it really boggles my 80s brain. I was born in the 80s, kind of grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. This shit is a whole new world, man. This is just, doesn't make much sense. But just beware. I'm not making much sense now, so we're going to sign off. Until next time, guys. You know the rules.
Go fuck yourself.
Don't get caught.
And don't get caught.